Hello, and thank you for watching this video, the topic of which is to stop closing. Now that sounds counterintuitive if you're trying to make sales, right? The whole idea should be to close more. But in this video, I'm going to share with you why closing actually hurts you in the sales cycle, particularly if you try too early or to try too hard. One of the things that I'll reference here is that if you focus on the early stages of the sales cycle and how you create value, that'll create a downhill slide that makes a close much easier toward the end of your sales process. And finally, I'll give you 3 really specific ways that you can help to move opportunities forward to closure that works for you. If you like that, you can check out more resources on my website, edingergroup.com, or you can follow me at Scott K. Edinger on Twitter. Enjoy. So tell me, when was the last time you enjoyed someone pressuring you into a decision? Odds are, never. Now, one of the things I hear from potential clients who call me is that they need their sales teams to close better. Of course, closing business is what it is all about, but in most cases, they are dead wrong about needing help closing. The reason for that is that if you are doing a good job selling, closing is simply a natural next step to take in the process. Now, I want to be clear. I am not suggesting that closing is a bad thing. What is bad is being overly focused on emphasizing closing as the key to sales success, like the silver bullet. It's as if asking for the order frequently or in as many ways as possible is the answer. And that overemphasizes and encourages closing too soon and applying pressure, which inevitably leads to failure in selling. In fact, there are myriad techniques for closing, many of which are ridiculous, but I have still seen employed today. The puppy dog close, the roll the pen close, the yes set close, the Ben Franklin close, and my all-time favorite, the half Nelson close. The half Nelson, of course, being a wrestling move that is incredibly uncomfortable. Sounds great if you're a client, right? So there's more on these, and I have content on my blog about each of them, if you're interested, and why they are uniquely counterproductive. Now, when I have observed sales calls, I have seen buyers respond with irritation to closing techniques that rely on exerting some kind of pressure. That and they're cheesy. I mean, you could see them coming from a mile away. Now, just like most good business meetings, there are typically next actions to be taken from a business meeting, and there are 3 ways to do so with 0 pressure, as long as the timing is appropriate and the value of working together has been agreed to. So if you got both of those things, these will work. Number 1, the seller suggests moving ahead and offers a specific step for both parties. Call that the specific path. Second, the seller suggests moving ahead and proposes 2 to 3 options about how the client could move forward with the next steps for each of them. Call that the client's choice. And then third, the seller invites the client to participate in determining what the next step should be and asks the client what they feel is an appropriate next action. How would you suggest we move forward on this implementation? Call that the team approach. Now, the last one, the team approach, has a little bit of a caution to it in that the client may not have any ideas or may opt for a really slow path. But if that happens, frankly, it's a good opportunity to talk with them about the reason for the delay. Remember, without pressure. So stop closing and start winning more business.